Did you know that the average student in America graduates with a staggering debt of over $30,000? It's a sobering reality, isn't it? And it's not just a number on a piece of paper. This debt can follow you around like a pesky mosquito, buzzing in your ear long after you've tossed your graduation cap into the air. The impact on your life post-graduation can be significant. But don't worry, we're here to help you tackle this financial crisis head-on. Meet Jane, a culinary student who loves to eat but hates to spend. This gastronome has cracked the code to enjoying mouth-watering meals without emptying her pockets. How does she do it, you may ask? Well, it's all about strategic meal planning. Jane spends her Sundays planning out her meals for the week, making a detailed grocery list to avoid impulse buys. She also believes in buying groceries in bulk. Buying in volume often leads to significant savings per unit. Think rice, pasta, canned goods, and spices. But remember, only buy what you can consume before it spoils. Jane also loves exploring the local food scene. She found that many restaurants offer student discounts, so she never hesitates to flash her student ID. Eating out doesn't always mean eating into your savings. So remember, being a foodie doesn't mean you have to break the bank. With a little planning, a dash of savvy shopping, and a sprinkle of student perks, you too can become a thrifty foodie. Our next student, Mark, has found a clever way to avoid the high costs of textbooks. Now, we all know that textbooks can be as pricey as a gourmet meal, but Mark, our textbook tactician, has found some smart workarounds. He's become a master at navigating the labyrinth of the university library, always managing to snag the required textbooks before the rush. And if the library is out of stock, no worries. Mark taps into the power of the internet, renting or buying used books online at a fraction of the cost. He's even been known to start textbook exchange groups, turning the process into a communal effort. It's like a book club, but with calculus and ancient history. So in Mark's world, saving money isn't about cutting corners, it's about being resourceful. And the beauty of it? We can all do it. Who knew saving money could be as simple as turning a page? Let's turn to Lisa, a fashion student who stays stylish on a shoestring budget. Lisa's secret? She's all about the swap and shop. Instead of buying new outfits for every occasion, she organizes clothes swaps with her friends. It's like shopping in your best friend's closet, but without the guilt of never returning that cute top. Lisa also has a nose for a bargain. She hunts down the best deals at local thrift stores, where she often finds hidden gems. It's not just about saving money. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the satisfaction of scoring a designer piece for less than a cup of coffee. Finally, Lisa isn't afraid to let go of the old to make room for the new. She sells her gently worn clothes online, turning her old fashions into new cash. With Lisa's tips, you can strut your stuff without emptying your wallet. Next up, we have Tom, a social butterfly who knows how to party without paying a fortune. Now, you might wonder, how does Tom do it? Well, it's all about planning and a little bit of creativity. Tom kicks off his night with pre-gaming at home. Instead of spending a small fortune on drinks at the bar, Tom and his friends enjoy a few budget-friendly beverages in the comfort of their own living room. It's not just economical, it's also a great way to start the party vibes before they hit the town. Tom also has a knack for finding free events around campus. From concerts to club meetings, there's usually something going on that doesn't require a costly entry fee. And when it comes to those inevitable shared expenses, Tom is all about splitting the costs. By sharing rides and snacks with friends, he ensures that everyone chips in, keeping his own costs down. Thanks to Tom, you can party hard and save harder. Our last student, Emily, is an academic whiz who saves money without sacrificing her education. Emily is a master of the money-saving game, and her secret? She's all about maximizing her educational opportunities without maxing out her credit card. First up, scholarships. Emily treats scholarship applications like a part-time job, spending time each week seeking out and applying for every opportunity. You'd be surprised how much free money is out there, just waiting to be claimed. Next, Emily started her academic journey at a community college. A smart move, considering she saved thousands on tuition before transferring to her dream university. And let's not forget about the power of the internet. Emily takes advantage of free online resources, like open-source textbooks and free online courses. Who knew you could learn calculus from a YouTube video? With Emily's tips, you can ace your classes without acing your bank account. Now that's what I call smart finance. Now that we've met our savvy students, let's recap their top 10 money-saving tips. First, our thrifty foodie taught us that cooking at home and meal prepping can save us heaps. It's cheaper, healthier, and let's be honest, a homemade meal can beat those takeouts any day. Then, the textbook tactician showed us how purchasing used textbooks, renting, or even sharing can help cut down on those hefty academic costs. Our frugal fashionista reminded us that second-hand shops and clothing swaps can be treasure troves for unique finds and budget-friendly threads. The penny-pinching partier demonstrated that having fun doesn't have to break the bank. Low-cost activities like game nights, potlucks, or outdoor adventures can be just as enjoyable, if not more so. Finally, the savvy scholar emphasized the importance of scholarships, grants, and part-time jobs. Every little bit counts, and these can significantly reduce the financial burden of education. So there you have it, 10 practical ways to save money, straight from our savvy students. But remember, these are just suggestions, and the best approach will always depend on your personal circumstances and priorities. The key is to be mindful of your spending, prioritize your needs over wants, and to start saving early. It may seem daunting at first, but with a little patience and perseverance, you'll be well on your way to financial freedom. Remember, financial freedom is just a few smart decisions away. Before we end, here's something to tickle your funny bone. Let me share a little tale about a resourceful student named Sam. Now, Sam was a tea aficionado, and he could not start his day without a steaming cup of black tea. However, he was also on a mission to save every penny he could. So, he devised a plan to reuse his tea bags. He'd carefully dry each used tea bag and store them for the next round. This went on for a while until one morning, he found his tea bag had turned from a robust shade of brown to a ghostly white. He steeped it anyway, and to his dismay, found that he was sipping on nothing more than hot water with a hint of regret. This just goes to show that while it's great to be frugal, there are some things you just shouldn't skimp on. So students, remember to save wisely. You don't want to end up sipping on hot water instead of tea,